back to another episode of Today with Rhe, the show that highlights everyday entrepreneurs. I'm here with this week's guest, Cherri Cook with Just Jazzy 54. We're so excited to have her on this week. If you're new here, what's up, friend? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like button, and notification bell so you'll be aware when new episodes come out. Cherri, how you doing today?
Excuse me. A little nervous.
It's okay. It's warm outside, and that makes for a better day, right?
It does. It feels good.
It feels good.
It's not cold.
No.
Bones are not hurting.
No.
So, yeah.
I just was bragging to someone, I think my sister, that it was 72 here.
Yes.
So I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. Until we see what tomorrow brings.
I know. I said it's not going to last long, but it's here for the moment, and I'm going to brag about it.
Exactly.
So as we start this interview, tell us a little bit about yourself and why it is you became an entrepreneur.
Okay. Well, again, healthy skin is what matters.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have a family that has a history of eczema, dry skin. And so we've been dealing with it for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
And traditionally, we've been told to use Vaseline,
Yep.
lotion, steroids to help clear up the skin.
Right.
And over the years, with myself included mainly, it has thinned my skin out because my eczema has always been an issue.
Okay.
And so now it becomes a point where I have to clearly gown up with a hat, UV Fisher's hat, and people are looking at me like I'm crazy,
right.
but I have to protect my skin, and I've had little things to protect my windows because the UV rays coming into my cheeks.
Yep.
It burns here.
Yep.
And so for me, it is a year-round struggle where I have to be protected, and this skincare that we decided to put together is what's helping me get through it. So this is now our staple.
Yeah.
Not the Vaseline and the lotions. It's a staple of simple ingredients that will help you get by.
I am here for it, and we're going to get into that later.
Yes.
I'm super excited. So this is not just you, this is a family business.
Family affair,
okay.
Yes it is.
Tell us a little bit about that and how it is working with your siblings.
Okay. Well, like any other, we fight and we fuss, but we do come to a common ground because the name Just Jazzy 54 comes from our mom.
Okay.
So her nickname was Jazzy, and the year she was born was 54.
Okay.
And she passed away in 2016, so this is to pay homage to her.
I love that. Yeah.
And we always joke about if she was still alive, she'll be like, okay, well, if you're using my name, then where's my cut?
Where's the money?
Where's the money? If you're using my name, where's the money? And so, civil rivalry, it happens, but we make it to a point where we can get everything together so that way we can be productive as possible.
Yeah. And tell us, so you started, you said in 20...
We started in late 20... We launched in late 2022 because we've always played around and mixed things together, to see what will work, what will last. And it's not a forever thing because just like the world, things change. And so we've had to evolve and different things that we do and use and techniques to kind of make it stick.
Yeah. Okay.
So about 20, we're in 23 now.
We are in 23.
So it was the end of the
pandemic. Pandemic. So, and on that topic, a lot of people made the pandemic a good thing as far as taking the leap and like no better time than right now. And how was that for you and your family starting a business during the pandemic?
For us, it was just second nature.
Okay.
It was, it made it possible because everything was stagnant at the time.
Right.
And so we were all able to get together and communicate more about what we thought would be a good thing to start and do, because a lot of my some of my family members I'm disabled, but my other family members, they weren't able to work.
Right.
So they were at home. So this was a good thing to think about to at least start bringing in some revenue.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And as you see, the setup here is so beautiful. For my future guests, I'm just letting you know, you're going to have to step it up, because if you ain't doing this and giving, you know, sample products that we can get on the show, you're missing out. Let me tell you something. So I want to hear about the different products that we have on display right now.
What we have on display right now is our body butters.
Okay.
We have, is it okay to stand?
Okay.
We have different body butters. Like, our main thing is we contribute, we try to stick more to sensitive skin.
Okay.
But we want to cater to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So we have shea butter that doesn't have any fragrance in it.
Okay.
They're just simple ingredients, oil, butters, and vitamin E.
Okay.
Very simple.
Mm-hmm.
You can read and you know exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have our fragrance oil, and this is with actual lavender, dry lavender.
I love lavender.
So it gives it its own fragrance without a, chemically, induced fragrance. And then we have our soaps. We have goat milk, because we had clients that the doctor said that they only need, should use goat milk soap. So we have that, along with just other design soaps with fragrance in it, Love Spell, and lip balms, chocolate, and just regular lip balms. So the chocolate will give you a chocolate tint.
Okay.
Along with some room sprays, and this is lavender and white sage.
Oh,
and
so I love white sage.
So those can be used instead of what we would normally get in a can.
Okay.
You can use the lavender and white sage, and you can mist it over your bed, especially when you want to wind down.
Yeah.
If you get your little glass of wine, without the wine, even for those of us who don't drink, mist it, and you will fall asleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to put that in my kids' bed.
Yeah, exactly. And it's as natural as can be, because it's just made up of natural ingredients with natural dry lavender in there, and like witch hazel to to stabilize it.
Right.
And you just mist it, and it doesn't stain your bed, and it will give you some rest.
Yes.
So it's not only a mist for helping you relax. You can freshen up your clothes. You can freshen up your furniture at home. So it's multi-purpose.
I'm here for it. So basically, what she's saying in a nutshell: if you want to sleep, get that product. If you want your kids to sleep, calm down, leave you alone.
Yes.
Right there. If you got pets, that makes
I will say there is a disclaimer according to lavender. Cats and dogs can be irritated by lavender, so you want to be mindful of using certain products.
Okay.
When it comes to your pet, when it comes to everyone, but lavender definitely for cats and dogs is an irritant.
See, the more you know, because I was about to say, you make your furniture stink. I was gonna go down. I was gonna claim everything for you. Okay, and then we have some side items that aren't on display. I want to make sure that you have the opportunity to talk about those also. So you have a couple other products.
So although we have the fragrance oil, we also have non-fragrance oil, and it has dried roses with calendula for our babies that are not just babies, but meaning babies like just Jazzy 54 babies. Okay. That have very sensitive skin. Okay. And cannot deal with essential oils or perfumes. Got it. So this is very, very safe to use as long as you don't have an allergy to like roses and stuff like that. So these are for our sensitive people. Then we have our beard and skin oil for our men. Your skin matters too. Yes. And so it is, we dress it up really nice for them so that it conditions not only their beard, but the skin, and where they can, and we try to provide them information of how to use it to stimulate the follicle. So we use things such as rosemary and peppermint essential oils. And those things are known to stimulate hair follicles. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so we had to do something for the men, because when they walk by and I was like, that's just too pretty that's just for girls, and so we had to create something that will, make them feel like they're like they're needed too, because we want our men to smell good. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we want them to look good. Absolutely. Yeah. And then we also have a herbal hair butter. And this is with neem and aloe vera powder mixed with mango and shea butter.
Oh, that sounds in my
mango
head.
And shea butter, with rosemary, peppermint, and tea tree oil.
Okay.
And those, like the tea tree oil, for example, is like antifungal, so it helps with that. And then the peppermint and the rosemary, they're known for stimulating hair follicles and just keeping your hair good and conditioned.
Wow.
Then we have our scalp oil, and then you use this a couple of times a week. Everything is at your prerogative,
right?
You know?
Okay.
So there's no set thing because everybody's different.
Yes.
And so you have to do what works for you. And so this is filled with a bunch of herbs, and we let that marinate for like 6 weeks on its own. We have to shake it every week, and then we get it ready and prepare for everybody. So this is fairly new.
Okay.
And so, but the results that we've been getting from our clients that have purchased, because normally they're purchasing it in a bundle, they enjoy it. So they're using it for their children, for themselves, because it's multi-purpose. You can use it. Have you ever heard of pre-poo?
Yes.
Where you pre-poo your hair before wash day, because they say that that's the day that we dump the most water on our hair. Yeah. So you can use it as a pre-poo to pre-poo your hair to get it ready for wash.
So interesting.
Yeah, it is. And again, a disclaimer: I'm not a cosmetologist.
Right.
You know, I'm just a person that's very passionate in researching and doing the best for our family to provide products that people need, that they can read the ingredients, they know exactly what's in it, so that way, you know, they can be aware of what they're allergic to.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
So, because a lot of things we read and, you know, they have some of these things, but they're very low on the totem pole. So it's not, you know, I've found as I've researched and just from life lessons that is, everything is not what you read. So you have to read and update yourself so that you know that you're getting what you're getting.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, and then we have our lip balm.
Yes, okay.
This is cotton candy. That's a cotton candy.
I'm open it now and smell it.
That's a cotton candy fragrance lip balm. And we do some vegan. That's not vegan, but that is a cotton candy fragrance. Yeah, lip balm that moisturize your lips. Keep you. Yeah.
So, if you're going on your first date,
kiss me.
Yes. Y'all got plans to be kissing? That smells so good.
A good fragrance. Yeah. So we try to do a little
of everything.
I
like it.
When it comes to skin and hair, because it all goes together.
Yes. Absolutely. It sounds like y'all stay busy.
We do. And mainly we're a lot of researching.
Right.
Because things change, you know, technology changes, evolution changes, and so it takes a lot of research to try to make sure you're doing the best that you can to avoid people having allergic reactions, and as far as price too, because you know everything has gone up, so we have to make sure we're researching and using great products that are affordable for us, so that we can make our products affordable for people. Yeah.
I'm here for that.
Yeah.
And I think that's a beautiful point that you made, because, you know, things do change, and we were talking off camera about how even eczema there's like seasonal eczema, so you want to make sure that you're staying, you know, within your clients', you know, movement of their eczema. And I think that's fantastic. While we're on the topic and you've seen all of the products, where can they find this at?
www.justjazzy54, JUSTJAZZY54.com. We have a website that is in the works of improvement, because you know we want to keep up with branding and just making it more, you know, eye appealing and eye catching.
Absolutely understand.
And so it's the website is up. It is a work in progress, but it's up and it's available for you to purchase today. We are in Wilmington, so but we ship out.
Okay.
You know, New York, Georgia, Florida. So we have some clients that are kind of all over.
I love that for you.
and so we're just trying our best to make sure we keep you guys engaged.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if they want to learn more and just know when new products or so are coming out, what social media platforms can they find you on?
We are on Facebook as Just Jazzy 54 LLC and Instagram as Just Jazzy JUSTJAZZYY_54.
Okay.
And so we are set up on there so that way, you know, we try to provide as much content as possible to keep everyone up to date. And again, you know, as we learn, we grow, and everything will just get better with time. Yeah.
I'm so excited, and I have two last questions for you, and that's, look, this is gonna be a blooper or not, but she's so busy that the phone rang during the interview. No, it's fine. We are here for. We understand that entrepreneurship is a 28/8 type of deal. But my last two questions before we get into this is, how can the community help you guys?
You all can help us by providing us information on what works for you, what you see when you go on our website, and it may not be something that's on there that you need to use. For instance, we have a customer that her doctor told her to only use goat milk soap. And so we just had to make it a point to be able to provide for everyone. So just keep us up to date on things that you guys like, things that you would like to see coming in. We have a contact form on our website at www.justjazzy54, and we also have an email that any information or request, because we do have some that want to design their own product. And so they'll send us an email at justjazzy54. I'm sorry guys, justjazzybeauty at gmail.com. And support us with coming to our pop-up shops, because we do our best to attend as many pop-up shops as we can, just so that we can stay relevant.
Yeah, because things are always changing. Evolution is going to change. Nothing's going to stay the same. It's always going to change. So we want to be able to be as innovative as possible to provide to everyone. And that's saying that, that's why our logo, the face of our logo is not just for a brown person. That's me. It's the spectrum of the rainbow. You see how it starts up there from light? I see that.
So it's inclusive. So everyone is included in it, because that's what we think about. We think it's for everyone.
I'm glad you pointed that out.
It's for everyone.
And then my last question is, what advice would you give someone that would like to become an entrepreneur?
Never give up. Even if you have to start backwards, because the more you stay in your head, the longer it will take for you to get out there and provide for your audience. We started backwards because it was like, okay, we want to do this, we want to do that, and it's like, oh no, we have to make sure, you know, we have enough money, enough resources. Who's going to be our vendors, and then we just had to throw ourselves out there, because that was maybe a year and a half of saying that, well, we're going to do this. And so throwing ourselves out there, yes, it took time and some money, and I won't say it was all wasted, because it was a learned experience. And so no matter how you have to start, whether it's in the middle, the end, or at the beginning, just start. And sometimes you're going to have some bloopers, as you said earlier with my phone. You're going to have bloopers in your business, and just accept them for what they are. Let them be learning lessons. And because it gets rough. It gets really hard, and it gets discouraging, that you feel like you're not in a place where you should be. And I've always, being the oldest of my siblings, we try to compliment each other, and where we're missing that information, to say, well, you know what, our time will be our time, and the way it looks for us may not look for someone else, but we're still winning because we haven't gave up.
Beautiful advice. And I will take that from myself also. Don't give up.
We have to learn from each other.
So I'm super excited because normally, as you guys know, I do a speed round and I ask my guests, funny questions just so you guys can get to know them more on a personal level instead of them being, a robotic entrepreneur. But this is something that I might just end up starting to do. Instead of questions, we are going to open up some of the products. I'm going to get to try them.
Yes.
Little FYI that most people don't know. In like 2018, I'm going to blame it on the military. Maybe they'll compensate me, maybe not. But
I'll be waiting on you with that one.
Right. I started getting eczema on my fingers. So when Cherri, and I talked about, being a guest on the show, I was super excited because I really want to try these products out, and I'm going to shut up now so we can try them. So what are we going to start with today?
Okay, so now we're going to start with different butters that we use.
Okay.
So we do our best to try to research on what's universal for like all skin, because every skin is different. No matter what you do, because one thing can work today and another it won't work tomorrow because the environmental factors that we go through, illnesses, our lifestyle as far as how we're eating, the stress that we're going through, so it changes everything with our body. And so one thing one thing does not fit. So it's not a one size fits all.
I'm here for that.
Yeah, it's not a one size fits all. So we have different butters. So we have unrefined shea butter.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say we have unrefined shea butter, refined shea butter, mango butter, and cocoa butter.
Okay.
Okay. And so I'll start right here with that's closer to us.
Okay.
Mango butter is a very moisturizing butter.
Okay.
It is a little more like shea butter is like real soft. So this is mango butter would be the medium.
Yeah.
And mango butter, from research, it says that it helps more with eczema because it's a little thicker. It's a little thicker and it spreads on a lot easier.
Okay.
Well, not easier. It spreads on, but it doesn't leave you as greasy as shea butter does. So this is mango butter.
Okay.
I wanted you to.
Should I just do it?
It's all yours now.
Okay. All right. I'm so excited. Oh, let me smell.
Yeah. So mango.
I like this. It's real clean smelling. It's not real heavy in the fragrance, which I like as a base. In case I do want to, layer it up or. Ooh.
Yeah. And see that's straight, and that's not even like whipped or fixed up. This is straight out the container.
I like that.
Yeah, and so you can rub it.
Look, I was gonna do just a little spot, but it's so nice.
Anyway. And see, all vitamin, the mango butter is filled with like vitamin E and vitamin C, and vitamin C helps with rebuilding, collagen, and so that's why they say for like eczema and psoriasis, it's a little will be the go-to. Yeah. Because it's a little thicker.
Yeah, I can tell already just rubbing it on. I should have just did it on that little spot, but that.
Yeah, it's a little thicker.
This is the go-to on a cold day.
Yes, very cold day.
For the people that know not to go outside looking ashy.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's our little thing. Bye, Ashy. Hey, Jazzy.
See?
Yeah.
There we
go. Little motto.
It worked. This would definitely be the go-to on a cold summer day.
So you see how you said that it's a little thicker, and so with that being said, I want you to look at the cocoa butter.
Okay.
So this is the cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is not the hardest of all the butters because there's some other ones like cocoa butter that's a little harder, but you can tell by the cocoa butter. So what it smells like?
It's cocoa, like it's chocolate. Yeah, it definitely smells like chocolate. Oh, that one's good. It makes me think of the old school. What was like the cocoa butter that was like in the stick?
Yes, that palm.
Yeah.
But see, we don't with no disrespect to Palmer's. Yeah. But when we use our cocoa butter, you know exactly what you're using and the ingredients you can read and research and where they come from. It's not too many fillers. Yeah. With what we do. So this is a harder butter, as you can see.
It is.
And so butters have it's called a comedogenic scaling. It's like what will clog your pores. So as you can see, this is harder.
It is.
So this will be the one that you would like maybe use for like the lip balms and stuff like that. And definitely not for your face because they say with the score, it's like a score between 0 to 5, and cocoa butter is like at 4.
Got it.
So it will be more prone to like especially people with acne. To clogging their pores. So that's something you would want to stay away from. Again, one size doesn't fit all because even though it may be something you want to stay away from, it could be what works for that person.
Yeah.
So really,
everyone's
really
different.
Yeah.
Everyone's different. No, but the smell of it is by far my favorite so far.
And if you add like an orange essential oil to it, it is lovely. But I was at a fair in Hampstead, the Spot Festival, I think it was, in Hampstead, and I had some older people come by, and they did not like cocoa butter because it reminded them of when they were younger, and they were like, "Ew, oh my God, I love the way that smells."
I love it.
Yeah, so I'm like, but everybody's different, and a lot of times things can be triggers of what they smell. It can bring back memories of whatever it may be, but my older people did not. They're like, "No, I don't like that." Okay, so this is our refined shea butter.
Okay.
So the refined shea butter, all shea butter is a little grainy. That doesn't really have a smell to it. It's soft, but a lot of people, we use the refined shea butter a little more in butters that want fragrance to it because it pairs well with fragrance.
Yeah, I like it.
It pairs well with fragrance. Can you feel the little graininess?
Yep, I did, but it melts.
And that's natural.
Really good.
It's natural graininess, but it will melt when you rub it in like real easy. And so all of these butters are filled with vitamins and antioxidants to help with the free radicals that come along, like we were talking about pollution, water, all of that stuff. So it helps stabilize it. Okay. But we have some like for instance for the mango butter for sensitive and rash skin. And then our shea butter is more so just to condition your skin on that top layer to get the ash away. To get the ash away. So we mainly use this for our fragrance butters because it and you'll see the difference from the refined shea butter. You'll smell it. So we use that to use with our fragrance, and then that way the fragrance stands out, and it's not the properties of the butter doesn't interfere with it. Right. So here's our unrefined shea butter. Okay. Oh, you see that?
Definitely a difference. And you can see it's a different color.
A different color.
Awesome.
So this is processed.
Got it.
That's and it's been bleached. That's in its natural form. Yeah. And you're gonna have a woody nut smell with this. Oh. And it's a little thicker than the refined shea butter. And this is mainly used because with it being in its rare, you smell it? Woody nut smell. So this is the original, the way it comes without being bleached or it's to get the impurities out of it. And so we use this mainly for our babies with eczema. And like psoriasis and rash skin that that has a hard time of going away because it's in its purest form and it will penetrate a lot more on the skin and help condition it more than this. This is more of more to replace your lotion. Let's say. And I can feel the difference. It's a lot thinner. It is than this one. So we use this one again for like our sensitive people, as well as we use the unrefined shea butter with the mango butter in our hair butter. Okay. Because it has all its full nutrients, so you want to keep it as pure as possible. Okay. So that you get your money's worth and it works for you. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So these are the 4 that we use, and but it just depends on what we're using it for. Got it. And so we found a good supplier that is financially good for us, so that way we can keep on top of it and not you know, and for you guys to not feel like, well, dang, why is she so high? You know?
Yeah.
And you know, and so it tends to be a little small conflict of, you know, when we can go to the store and buy this, and you know, and I can appreciate that because I understand, but I just have to stress the importance that, you know, this is something that is because lotion has water in it. Body butters are going to tend to be a little more greasier, but they're a lot more nutrient as well. And so you just have to rub it in and give yourself a little time before you put your clothes on.
It sounds like it's a lot more beneficial, especially for the target audience that you're talking to, of people, you know, eczema. The water don't help.
It doesn't. You know, we unfortunately, and I found this out years ago, because my daughter will be 29 in March. So this is about 4 years ago. I found out that, you know, our water was a little contaminated. You know, and so then you start to realize, okay, so as much prevention as you try to, you know, to keep your skin right, your hair right, your health right, you have those environmental factors that play a big role in it. So if you have the environmental factors, your lifestyle, so at some point we have to realize that we have to find a balance. Because we can't avoid those environmental lifestyles, you know, we live within the, you know, hemisphere of it. So it's unavoidable, but what we can avoid is our lifestyle and make better choices.
Agreed.
So,
Agreed.
So here are some samples for you.
Okay.
Lavender is our most sold product.
Okay.
Everyone loves lavender.
All right.
So this is lavender. So you're going to have the same texture but different smell. This is cotton candy. Body butter.
Another body butter.
Yeah, it's body butter.
So if you are a lavender person, I will say that this right here smells amazing. And you will know that it's in a pure form. This isn't a chemical compound lavender. This is pure actual lavender.
And we use lavender essential oil. We do use some fragrances, but we do our best to try to
that's good,
to use what can complement everyone. Because some people like fragrances, and a lot of times I have some customers like, well, I really didn't smell it, and so I just have to express to them the importance of, sometimes when you get products, all you smell is fragrance. And at some point in our lives, it can be an irritant. And so we try to stay in the middle of what the IRA of the, because there is a guidelines that you have to use of fragrance and essential oil. So we try to go in the middle. So then that way, you know, no one's saying, well, I brought this from you, you broke me out. You know, and so we try to, now, but we, you know, I expressed to them, you know what, next time, just send me an email or call me, and I'll go up on it. You know, as long as it's within the guidelines of the IRA, because there are guidelines that you have to follow when you're using fragrances.
I didn't know that. Now this cotton candy. Let me tell you.
Now don't eat it. Now it smells good.
It smells
and but
delicious.
Don't eat it.
I smelt it, and it brought me back to a summer in 2002 cotton candy. Like, it is. I will have to keep this away from my kids. My kids wouldn't be able to use this.
I have a lot of little girls when I'm at the pop-up shop. That's their favorite. Cotton candy, and then we have some of the moms that, you know, they like we have a baby powder fragrance and stuff like that.
Ooh, and so the transfer is not one of those body butters that like smell good in the container, and then you put it on and then it loses 50% of it. Oh, that smells like it's gonna last.
It lasts.
And people gonna be running behind me. I'm just joking, babe.
And this is
running behind me.
That she knows of.
That I know.
This is lavender oil. So this is that lavender oil that we have over here. And so it's a body oil. So when you can put a little bit on your wrist, on your little behind your ear, behind your ear, any of those little intimate spots. So that's and it's oils, and then we let the lavender sit in there, and we do use a little lavender essential oil just to, you know, to where it pairs good. But the lavender itself is really potent, and so it can stand alone.
Now I have a question as far as those that like to moisturize it like immediately after like showering and everything, would you recommend to use the body butter or the body oil?
So what? I used to feel like you can use either.
Okay.
However, as I'm continuing to research and we get together and collaborate on the information that we've obtained, they say that as soon as you get out your shower or your bath, you know, don't dry off all the way.
Okay.
Slightly down. Put on your oil, and then put on your body butter,
Okay.
because the oil will your body butter is more of it conditions the body. So it's not like it's okay. Well, if I use oil, then I don't have to use body butter. They serve two separate purposes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they say to not dry off all the way because there's no moisturizing without water. So with the water, it helps transfer it, you know, a lot better to stick on you and to stay on you to condition and moisturize the skin.
Wow.
And keep it hydrated. You like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
You weren't lying. It's potent.
It is. It's potent. So you don't even and
that was a little dollop.
Yeah, shea butter for the butters and oils. A little goes a long way.
Right.
You don't have to use a lot. I'm a heavy-handed person, but I'm tall. You know, and I have a lot of surfaces to cover. So, but I'm still, you know, a heavy-handed person because because my skin is always so dry.
Right.
I like to make sure I'm moisturized and my skin's conditioned.
I would just like to be heavy-handed on that because I just like
I'm
how
telling
it
you,
smells.
especially when you go out and during the summertime, we change up on some of our products because we have some oils that the shimmer oil, where you know when you have on your sundress and you do your shoulders and your legs and stuff, and it gives off like a bronze or a pink or a gold, you know, depending on your complexion.
Right.
You know,
So what that really meant was make sure you go ahead and like and follow her Facebook and Instagram page so that you guys will know when the summer line comes out so you can be all shimmery for the summertime fun.
And your sundress weather.
Yeah,
you know, women love sundresses, men love sundresses.
It's a win-win.
Yes, look, a win-win situation.
And it's going to help when y'all shimmery because you're going to buy something from Just Jazzy 54.
That's right.
I want to thank you. This episode has been by far the most informative and feel good, smell good episodes of all time. Again, yes, thank you for coming on this week's episode. I'm Rhema T, and if you don't know by now, make sure you support a local business.
Please do.
Bye.
Bye.